She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
The British royal family has long enchanted viewers throughout the globe with its intriguing monarchy, which manages to balance traditional values with the constant scrutiny of modern media. There was a lot of drama and controversy around Prince Harry and Prince William's exploits as they were watched by the public. Everyone now knows about a peculiar hidden sibling who has avoided the limelight. This video delves into the intriguing lives and enigmatic circumstances surrounding this clandestine royal character. A person whose regal secrets are hidden in mystery. The stepsister. The British royal family maintains their distance from the contemporary world despite the fact that everyone may be photographed or videotaped these days. Their very existence is a symbol of a nation's fame, heritage, and history. A web of scandal and honor winds its way through the annals of this royal family. Nevertheless, this intricate web contains the story of the hidden stepsister, and only a select few are privy to its details. It's easy to see famous people as being like open books, with every detail of their lives being watched, evaluated, and sometimes even criticized. But there's another type of celebrity that the British royal family has always had. They are among the most photographed individuals in the world, yet they also tend to be rather secretive. Much about the royal family's existence is unknown, while some things are known, including the Queen's fondness for corgis and Prince Charles's support of organic farming. Step inside the world of the secret stepsister, who was born into a society that saw her as too divisive and at odds with the idealized portrayal of the royal family to be allowed. She spent her childhood away from the limelight while her brothers, William and Harry, studied diplomacy and prepared for life as a monarch. She managed a life that was remarkable for how mundane it was. An important lesson may be gleaned from the tale of the secret stepsister. Not only does it show how far the royal family will go to keep up appearances, but it also shows how the human spirit can overcome incredible odds to discover its way. Her story is among the many fascinating annals of the British royal family. Its genuine humanity, rather than its scandalous or spectacular nature, is its defining characteristic. Diana and Charles, a tragic love story revealed. The marriage of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer is one of the most captivating romances in the history of the British royal family. Theirs was a contemporary fairy tale love story that received a lot of attention and celebration. The story's glossy presentation drew in millions of readers, but the truth was considerably more complex and dark, as is typical with fairy tales. It was pure fairy tale magic when the heir to the British throne, Charles, and Diana, a young aristocratic Englishwoman, courted and eventually became engaged. Over 750 million people across the globe tuned in to see their 1981 nuptials in St. Paul's Cathedral, a testament to the immense interest that the public has in royal families everywhere. Diana captivated the audience with her young vitality, radiance, and seeming sincerity, while Charles, with his noble demeanor and sense of responsibility, symbolized the continuance of a centuries-long royal heritage. A more nuanced story, however, emerged years after the couple's vows were exchanged, and it lay behind the splendor of the royal wedding and the couple's public appearances. Before Prince Charles became engaged to Diana, rumors of his connection with Camilla Parker Bowles had been going around for quite some time. Charles and Camilla have been friends and confidants since the early 1970s. In sharp contrast to Charles and Diana's relationship, which many would later discover was tumultuous due to misunderstandings and temperamental incompatibilities, theirs was marked by profound mutual understanding and similar interests. Charles and Diana's narrative serves as a sobering reminder of the extreme scrutiny and strain that the royal family endures. Despite its dazzling charm, their fantasy was born out of media gluttony, public expectation, and tradition. Much more subtle was the reality, as it so often is. Charles and Diana, as they really were just two ordinary people attempting to find their footing in a world where they were constantly scrutinized for their royal status. Princess Diana, beloved by everybody. Princess Diana, whose given name was Diana Spencer, was an extraordinary person in her own right. She became more than just a princess. She became a cultural figure whose impact extended far beyond the palace grounds. She was often referred to as the People's Princess due to her magnetic personality, empathy, and unmistakable bond with the general populace. In addition to being a fascinating cultural figure, her immense charitable effort and her devotion to her boys, William and Harry, will go on in perpetuity as her legacies. From the beginning, Diana's dedication to her charitable activities was clear. On her engagements, she often traveled to locations that were off-limits to royals. She wanted to make a real difference, not just make ceremonial trips. People with leprosy, the homeless, and individuals with AIDS, a condition that was stigmatized at the time, were among those she sought out to help. An famous picture of Diana shaking hands with an AIDS patient, hands without gloves, challenges stigmatization and misunderstandings about the illness. The hallmark of this princess was her empathy, which proved over and again that she was more than just a title holder. Diana, Princess of Wales, changed the definition of a contemporary royal in the little time she was here. She was more than a symbol. She was a real lady who united the royalty and the common people. Her impact as the people's princess will be felt for years to come because, to her selfless acts of kindness, her real empathy, and her unwavering devotion to her children. The world grieves at Diana's death. The news arrived like a bizarre nightmare from which everyone wanted they could escape. Tragically, Princess Diana, often known as the People's Princess, was killed in a vehicle collision in Paris. Worldwide, people were shocked and grieving as news reports revealed the unimaginable. Countless hearts across continents have been touched by Diana's radiant personality, genuine compassion, and profound dedication to humanitarian causes. It seemed as if the world had lost a beloved friend along with the princess when she passed away. Tragic events were carried by news stations throughout the globe, with reporters and hosts battling to keep their emotions in check. A crushing sadness quickly replaced the first amazement. Diana has been many people's rock. Since she first came to the attention of the public, her kindness, smile, and poise have been constants. Under the watchful eyes of her fans all across the world, she had grown from a timid young newlywed into a strong lady and loving mother. At this point, she had departed, and the world was still trying to come to terms with the enormity of her loss. A historic sight occurred outside Buckingham Palace as the British people struggled to comprehend the catastrophe. A deluge of floral tributes descended from what began as a handful of bouquets. A kaleidoscope of vibrancy, aroma, and unfiltered feeling washed over the enormous concrete arena of the Royal Ivoire Court. The tulips, with accompanying letters, photos, and gifts, symbolize the expression of a nation's sorrow. A narrative of appreciation, love, and profound personal grief was recounted by every rose, lily, and message. A guiding light, an emblem of kindness, and an advocate for the downtrodden had gone from this planet. The sea of flowers, the faces stained with tears, and the millions of hearts touched by the people's princess ensured that Diana's legacy would endure long after she passed away. Another shot at love for Charles and Camilla. Broken hearts, distorted views, and missed opportunities may all be mended by the passage of time. Time would reunite Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles, but this time as a married couple vying for public approval rather than as secret lovers. Before they ever met Diana, their narrative had already begun. Like many young couples in the 1970s, Charles and Camilla were head over heels for one another at the beginning of their romance. But they ended up on separate roads because, well, that's just how life is. A marriage doomed to be seen by millions and characterized by equal parts delight and sorrow was Charles's inevitable wedding with Lady Diana Spencer. Their past affair seemed to be over when Camilla wed Andrew Parker Bowles. Still, fate often executes its own schemes. Their love for one another remained constant. Even though their connection caused a lot of drama during Charles's marriage to Diana, their close friends and family could see how real their love was. After Diana's untimely death, the royal family spent a lot of time reflecting and dealing with public criticism. The romance between Charles and Camilla, which had been shrouded in secrecy, came to light over time. It was evident that the pair was trying to reignite their romance by the early 2000s, when they started making public appearances together. They made their marriage announcement in 2005, and many were curious, skeptical, and supportive of the couple. Their wedding, which was less extravagant than royal custom, was a symbol of their everlasting love for one another. They were married in a civil ceremony in Windsor's Guildhall, with just immediate family and friends present. A moving event that captured their longing for heavenly and public acceptance was the ensuing benediction at St. George's Chapel. The tale of Charles and Camilla is being reinterpreted as a tale of true love and second chances as time goes on. Their trials, tribulations, and heavy royal responsibilities mirror the intricacies of human relationships and the pursuit of happiness. As such, it's a good reminder that love tales aren't always straightforward and that, even in the middle of tragedy, love can triumph. Tom and Laura, Camilla's unspoken legacy. Both devoted fans and a voracious media devour any and all news pertaining to the British royal family. But there are untold stories amid these epics of fame and scandal. Stories from Camilla's first marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles's children, Tom and Laura Lopes, are included. A web of interconnected factors led Laura to choose a life of anonymity. She saw her mother, Camilla, endure unrelenting scrutiny, particularly during the turbulent years surrounding Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Laura refused to endure the toll that such constant, borderline intrusive scrutiny might have on her private life. Finally, Laura's commitment to her own family was a factor. Being a member of the royal family brings an enormous amount of attention to your family, which may make raising children a challenging endeavor. Laura's choice to keep a low profile may be seen as a protective measure, an effort to give her children some sense of normality in a world where their grandmother's every action is documented. Even though the whole history of the British royal family is studied by people all over the globe, there are still a few tales that are shockingly under-revered. Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes' stories are included here. They are the offspring of Camilla's first marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles. From a young age on, Tom Parker Bowles seemed doomed to live in the limelight. He became famous in the food industry because to his mother's charisma and his own innate friendliness. He became a renowned food writer and critic as a result of his travels and encounters with many cultures and cuisines. Because of his enthusiasm, he was able to meet and talk to many famous people in the food industry. Still, Tom gave off an air of self-awareness that extended beyond his status as the Duchess of Cornwall's son in every encounter, review, and public appearance. Also, she needed peace and quiet since she was so committed to the art world. For her own well-being and the sake of her career, Laura wisely retreated from the limelight, since the focus ought to be on the artwork and not the curator's royal family. Furthermore, Laura's choices were further influenced by parenthood. Raising children in a world where cameras are always rolling may be stressful. A feeling of stability and regularity in one's upbringing is what every parent strives for. In order to keep her personal life apart from the media circus that is the royal family, Laura had to make a clean break. Tom and Laura provide two different perspectives on the great story of the British royal family. Tom's story exemplifies how to enjoy being the center of attention without letting it consume you, thanks to his public engagements throughout his illustrious career. Even in the most public of families, there is a decision to be made about how one's narrative is shared. Laura's journey, distinguished by prudence and quiet resolve, reminds us of this. Tom and Laura's separate paths reflect Camilla's legacy in their own ways, demonstrating the power of personal decisions in the face of royal expectations. The interplay between royal families. Within the hallowed halls of the British monarchy, where the currents of change meet the tides of tradition, the relationships of its members are evidence of perseverance, change, and development. The interactions between Prince Harry, Prince William, Meghan Markle, and Kate Middleton have been the most closely watched in the last several years. Grace and patience characterized Kate Middleton's entrance into the royal environment. From her time as the future king's fiancée to her current position as Duchess of Cambridge, she seemed to gracefully accept the rigors of royal life. As they raised their children in the spotlight, She and Prince William became closer through shared experiences and the ups and downs of celebrity parenting. As she became the newest member of the royal family, Kate was closely observed, studied, and often praised for maintaining traditions while subtly establishing new ones. A very different road led Meghan Markle to royal status. Before meeting Prince Harry, Meghan had a successful acting career and was an advocate. She offered a new, contemporary viewpoint to the royal family. But she had a more bumpy ride. The British press, known for its incessant coverage, constantly analyzed Meghan, offering both praise and criticism for her distinctive qualities. She couldn't escape the intense scrutiny and parallels made to Kate. Much conjecture ensued. Kindred spirits or mortal enemies? Were they a contemporary take on the traditional roles of the Golden Girl and the outsider, respectively, in fairy tales? Despite the media's delight in highlighting tensions and rivalries, many saw through the facade and saw real people, Kate and Meghan, dealing with the complex web of royal etiquette, public scrutiny, and media expectations. Their bond, like any other, was marked by shared experiences and difficult times. Their complicated responsibilities within the royal hierarchy make it impossible to reduce it to simple rivalry. Any relationship, even a royal one, may face the difficulties of maturation, transformation, and outside forces. The royal family's colorful and multi-layered tapestry includes Kate, Meghan, William, and Harry as brilliant and fascinating strands. A story of contemporary royalty navigating tradition, media, and individual decisions unfolds via their encounters, alliances, and disagreements. The real dynamics of their relationships are not in the rumors and exciting headlines, but in the shared moments, the unspoken understanding, and the friendships formed in the demanding life of a royal. Anger and strife arise due to a split in the royal family. The move of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has been one of the most talked about and mysterious occurrences in the long history of the British royal family. Their departure from the conventional responsibilities of being a king and their subsequent establishment of a new existence in North America was more than just a change in geography. It represented a sea change in their fundamental definition as royalty. This move was more than just a way for Harry to escape the limelight. It reflected a need for normality that ran deep inside him. From a young age, he had a secret desire to escape the royal spotlight and enjoy the independence and seclusion that his position seldom provided. Meghan, who was born in the United States and is a successful actress, had also felt the glare of fame, but in a different way. Their marriage and subsequent separation was a striking example of a contemporary couple fighting for independence, freedom, and a haven from the constant scrutiny of the British media. There were several ramifications to their move. From a personal perspective, their relocation suggested a search for a refuge, a place where their son Archie could develop independently of the constant observation that followed them about. Their desire to protect their growing family from the dangers and stresses of constant media attention, which had become more antagonistic towards Meghan in particular, led them to this choice. But the ramifications were broader than that. By deciding to resign from key royal roles and then moving, the couple broke with centuries of custom. It showed that the younger royals' views on their duties and obligations had undergone a dramatic change. Amidst the fervor surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties, speculation swirled regarding Meghan's influence and Prince William's concerns about her impact on the royal family. As the future king, William's protective nature towards his younger brother and the royal lineage came into question amidst whispers of doubts about Meghan. The relationship between William and Harry was strained by concerns over the speed of Harry's relationship with Meghan. William's worries were misunderstood by Harry, who fiercely defended Meghan against perceived criticisms. This divide highlights the complexities of sibling relationships within the royal family, where actions carry significant weight. Amid media scrutiny and societal expectations, the royals navigate love, duty, and conflict, echoing universal themes of family dynamics. Despite their titles, they face relatable human challenges, captivating future generations with their ongoing drama. That brings us to the end of our video. Like the video and subscribe to our channel for more insight on the royal family. See you soon.